I had 6 interviews that day. I was definitely looking for another girl in this area, somebody that was going to be an addition to my staff. And she was the last interview that I had. Once Brittany let me know that she was fighting in the MMA and she was training and she had a young boy and that her goal was to be a professional MMA fighter, I lit up. I mean, I said, that's a girl for me. You need to work and you need to go home and train when you're done. And that's somebody I want in my building. And she's been one of the best hires I've had. I'm JJ Abbey. I am a general manager here, and I grew up here in Broomfield, right up the street. We're at a bar called The Old Man. It's been here for about 5 years. We invested money in it about 6.5 years ago and redid it with all kinds of my family stuff and old school beers and novelties. I've been here for 5 years. I've worked for this company for 10, and I've been a bartender for 25 years in this area. So Brittany really stood out to me, and that's why I kept her.
Have you seen any of Brittany's fights?
Yes, I took my entire family. I have a 11-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter and my wife, and we went down to watch her fight. And I don't know if they saw it because I stood up in front of them and screamed for Brittany to finish the fight, the whole fight.
So, did you get any reaction from the rest of your family watching the fight?
They could see my passion for what she does, because what she does is something that I would do. I understand what she's doing and what I do. And like I told her, this is my cage, and when she's here, she's the ref. And when she's in her cage, she does what she does. And she's awesome at it, on both ends, work and MMA.
So I can assume that you would hire her again.
I would hire 20 more Brittany's and in a heartbeat. No problem.
So tell me how the rest of the staff feels about her being a fighter.
They love it. They love it. They love it very much. I mean, we're all supportive of her. We would support anybody if they did anything, whether it be MMA or, you know, checkers. We would be on their side, and Brittany has made it really nice for us to really want to support her in this.
Can you tell us about your working relationship with Brittany?
Yeah, we laugh. We have a good time. We both work really hard. She's a great teammate. We definitely sync well together when things are busy and we're in the thick of it. But most of all, we have a good time when we're working together. She's great. You know, being a couple of girls, we have our airhead moments, and I always tell her, it's like, oh, you're pretty, don't you worry.
How did you feel the first time you saw Brittany compete?
That was crazy. You know, being in a bar setting like we are here at the Old Man, you know, we just do our thing, and I know she trains for this, you know, magical, mystical fighting thing she does. And then when I got tickets to her last event, just being there and seeing this cage and knowing my friend was gonna walk in there, it was an odd feeling, because it kind of hit me all at once, like, wow, somebody's gonna like try to beat up my friend. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go. I might throw up. It was hard to watch, but exciting too, because I know she worked really hard for it.
So did your relationship change at all after you saw her compete?
She did such a great job in her last fight, and I can't say our relationship changed. I was very proud of her. I was really excited for her, and I knew that would be a turning point for her career, and you know, I want that for her because she worked so hard for it. So our personal relationship, did it change? No, absolutely not. We're probably better friends because I do realize what she goes through, and I know how to be more supportive to what she's looking forward to as she trains and tries to achieve her goals.
I'm from Gillette, Wyoming most recently, but I lived in North Dakota, West Virginia, Oklahoma, New Mexico also. We moved to Wyoming last, and I came to Colorado after that. I started with a team localized to the area. They were in Broomfield, and I took quick notice that there's a huge MMA scene here in Denver. I got in it, and I wanted to be a part of it.
How did you decide to go to 303 Training Center?
I heard about their jiu-jitsu program, and I definitely needed to work on my ground game from my couple of inexperienced starting fights. That's where I lost, and I was a little hesitant to walk in the door just because I've never been to a jiu-jitsu gym, but I found a home there. It's awesomely filled with technical people, and they're just so ready to teach you, and I just absorb it. It's awesome information there.
So how does your work life fit into your fighting life?
I work days as a bartender, and actually it helps me a lot. It puts me right in the community, and they help me, support me, get the word of mouth out, let everybody's into it. And then I get to go to night training with the team and wind down at home. It actually keeps me more grounded.
What is your overall record?
I came from an unsanctioned area, so I am 5-2. But if you look at the sanctioning records and stats, it says I'm 1-1 for like legal boxing tournaments or the boxing association. I'm 1-1, but 5-2 from Wyoming.
What were the emotions going into the cage for you for the first time?
I definitely didn't have a hold of anything. I was just ready to dive into a pool of sharks kind of thing. I was just like, I'm doing it. Now I try to guide that into like, I know what I'm doing with what I have instead of just diving in. But I was ready. I was ready to go in and kick some ass. So that's never really left. And it got me hooked. My first fight is what I guess, the drug that I got hooked to. So.